9 vegetables diabetics should avoid? Truth versus myth. Are you a diabetic struggling to manage your blood sugar? You might be surprised to learn that some seemingly healthy vegetables could be sabotaging your efforts. Let's uncover the truth behind 9 vegetables often flagged as problematic for diabetics. Diabetes management hinges on a delicate balance, and diet plays a crucial role. Understanding how different foods affect your blood sugar is paramount for maintaining optimal health. This video will explore some surprising dietary recommendations. We're diving into a controversial topic: 9 vegetables that some sources suggest diabetics should avoid. This information is for educational purposes only and should not replace personalized medical advice. Always consult your doctor or a registered dietitian. Individualized dietary advice is absolutely essential for diabetics. What works for one person may not work for another. Factors like medication, activity level, and overall health all play a significant role. Vegetables are generally considered healthy, but some can pose challenges for diabetics. The primary concern revolves around their carbohydrate content and glycemic index, GI. Understanding these factors is key. The carbohydrate content of certain vegetables can lead to spikes in blood sugar levels. This is especially true for starchy vegetables. Monitoring portion sizes and choosing low GI options is crucial. Insulin sensitivity can also be affected by the types of vegetables you consume. Some vegetables may contribute to insulin resistance, making it harder for your body to regulate blood sugar. Careful selection is important. Potatoes are a staple in many diets, but they're often flagged as problematic for diabetics. This is primarily due to their high glycemic index and carbohydrate content. Let's examine why. The high GI of potatoes means they can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. This can be particularly challenging for individuals with diabetes to manage. Preparation methods also play a role. While some studies suggest that certain types of potatoes, like sweet potatoes, may have a lower GI, moderation is still key. The article may or may not provide specific scientific backing for its claims about potatoes. Corn, another common vegetable, is often cited as a concern for diabetics. Similar to potatoes, its carbohydrate content and glycemic index are the main reasons. Let's delve deeper. Corn contains a significant amount of starch, which breaks down into glucose in the body. This can lead to elevated blood sugar levels, especially if consumed in large quantities. Portion control is vital. The article's justification for avoiding corn may stem from its impact on blood sugar. However, it's important to note that corn also provides fiber and other nutrients. The scientific backing may be limited. Peas, while nutritious, are sometimes included on lists of vegetables to limit for diabetics. Their carbohydrate content, although lower than potatoes and corn, still warrants consideration. Let's explore why. Peas contain a moderate amount of carbohydrates, which can affect blood sugar levels. The impact may be less pronounced than with potatoes or corn, but it's still important to be mindful of portion sizes. The article's reasoning might focus on the cumulative effect of carbohydrates from various sources. The scientific evidence supporting this recommendation may be weak or based on general dietary guidelines. Parsnips, a root vegetable similar to carrots, are often overlooked but can impact blood sugar. Their carbohydrate content and glycemic index are factors to consider for diabetic diets. Let's investigate. Parsnips contain a relatively high amount of carbohydrates compared to some other non-starchy vegetables. This can contribute to blood sugar fluctuations, especially if consumed frequently or in large portions. The article's suggestion to avoid parsnips might be based on their potential to raise blood sugar. However, parsnips also offer nutritional benefits. The scientific basis may be limited or extrapolated from similar vegetables. Beets, known for their vibrant color and nutritional value, are sometimes questioned for their suitability in diabetic diets. Their sugar content is a primary concern. Let's examine the details. Beets contain a higher sugar content compared to many other vegetables. This can lead to a noticeable increase in blood sugar levels, particularly for individuals with diabetes. Moderation is key. The article's recommendation might stem from the sugar content of beets. However, beets also provide antioxidants and other beneficial compounds. the scientific evidence may be mixed or inconclusive. Dietary recommendations for diabetes are highly individualized. What works for one person may not work for another. It's crucial to remember this when evaluating any dietary advice. Consulting with healthcare professionals, such as a doctor or registered dietitian, is essential. They can provide personalized guidance based on your specific needs and health status. Don't rely solely on online articles. The advice presented in the article may not apply to everyone with diabetes. Factors like medication, activity level, and overall health all influence how your body responds to different foods. The overall scientific evidence supporting the claim that diabetics should avoid these 9 vegetables may be limited or mixed. Many recommendations are based on general dietary guidelines and the glycemic index. Specific studies or research cited in the article may be limited or focused on specific populations. It's important to critically evaluate the evidence and consider the context of the research. The article may rely on anecdotal evidence or general health advice rather than rigorous scientific studies. Be cautious of claims that are not supported by strong evidence. Always seek professional medical advice. In summary, the article suggests that certain vegetables, including potatoes, corn, peas, parsnips, and beets, may pose challenges for diabetics due to their carbohydrate content and glycemic index. However, this is not a universal recommendation. The potential implications for people with diabetes include the need to carefully monitor their blood sugar levels after consuming these vegetables. Portion control and preparation methods are also important considerations. Remember, personalized dietary management is crucial for diabetes. Consult with your doctor or a registered dietitian to develop a meal plan that meets your individual needs and helps you manage your blood sugar effectively. Don't eliminate entire food groups without professional guidance. Call to action. Now that you're armed with this information, take control of your diabetic health. First, schedule a consultation with your doctor or a registered dietitian to discuss your individual dietary needs. Second, start tracking your blood sugar levels after consuming different vegetables to see how they affect you personally. Finally, share this video with other diabetics who might find this information helpful. Together, we can empower ourselves to make informed choices and live healthier lives.